Give Matt and Iowa State credit. They did a great job. They outplayed us in all three phases. I thought their offensive line did a really nice job. Obviously, Purdy's a good player, number of tight ends, so very good job by Matt and Iowa State on offense. And then our offense had a great first drive, and we couldn't finish that drive, and then kind of sputtered after that. And so frustrating in all phases. Talked about that to the guys. We need to improve, get better, and we can't worry about things we can't control. You know, we got hammered with COVID the last 2 weeks, and we can't worry about that. And I know it stinks for the guys when there's a number of guys that can't make the trip because they get pulled for COVID, but we've got to move on from that. And that's just the reality. That just is going to happen. And it sucks, but nothing that they can do about it. They just got to play with whoever we have and get ready to go. And so disappointing day, and we'll bounce back from it, and guys have good resolve.
Kels?
Chris, how does your team bounce back from a game like that?
With great leadership and guys stepping up and guys taking an ownership and the fact of, you know, you can't let it should sting. It hurts. It has to, but we have to move on and get ready to go on Monday, because we've got another tough road trip to Baylor, and we need to improve. We need to learn from it, and we need to improve.
And that's the first time we've seen a whole lot of Nick Oss this season. Just what did go into the decision to play him in the second half and pull Will after the second quarter?
A little bit of both. I thought Will took a pretty good shot early in the second quarter, and kind of got rattled a little bit because of that shot. And then after we threw the interception, I just thought, let's let Nick have an opportunity. I didn't think the game was going the right way. Let's let Nick have an opportunity and see what he can do. He's earned the right. He's had great practices, been with us the whole time. Wanted to see what he could do. And I didn't want to have Will take any more shots because we weren't really doing a great job of protecting, and they were teeing off. And so I wanted Nick to have an opportunity.
All right. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
You bet.
Ryan?
Hey, Chris, just how difficult is it for the defense when you're missing two guys like Justin Hughes and Eli Sullivan?
Well, there's no question it's difficult, but that was the hand we were dealt, and so somebody else has got to step up. And I thought, I'll watch the film. You know, Deuce and Cody did some nice things. The issue we had was usually it's splitting time with four guys taking a lot of reps, and instead those two guys got to take every rep. And then we lost another one on Thursday that was their backup, and so, you know, it was those two had to go the distance, and then Nick and Ryan came in a little bit late, and they did some good things. But no question, when you lose your leader in Justin and just a phenomenal football player in Eli, it takes a dent to the rotation more than anything.
Is there a chance at all now that Nick might start next week, or is it? I mean, Will's still the unquestioned guy?
I don't have any idea about that. We'll evaluate it over the week.
And Chris, I apologize if it sounds like a stupid question, but was there anything you saw today that you felt like was a positive, or was it just like there's not a lot good when you lose like this?
Oh, no, we didn't play well enough. You're not going to find any silver linings in it. We need to get better and continue to improve. And our guys, we have good resolve. We have some leaders in there that we'll make sure that we get it corrected and step up.
Thank you.
You bet.
John?
Yeah, Chris, I guess I know it's been a tough week, but throughout the week, did you have any kind of inkling that something like this might be coming?
No, you never think it's going to be like that. And it maybe isn't so bad if we could stick the first one in the end zone and make it 7-7 and get a little life rather than not scoring. And then they take it 97 yards and score. And then it kind of snowballed a little bit in that second quarter. But no, I thought we had a good week of preparation. I knew we were going to be really thin at a couple of positions, and I was hopeful that we could be on the field more offensively, because obviously where we were really hurting was on defense from number standpoint, but we couldn't stay on the field on offense, and on defense we couldn't get off the field.
Did you feel like as the game wore on and it turned into more of a blowout, that effort was any kind of an issue with you guys?
No. I didn't think so at all. Our kids play hard, and they wouldn't do that to themselves. They wouldn't do that to each other.
Appreciate it, Chris. Thanks.
Fitz?
Coach, how monumental were third downs in the early part of this game?
Well, that was our biggest emphasis in pregame as well as throughout the week, is we had to be really good on both sides of the ball on third down, because it would allow somebody to control the game and control the tempo. And obviously Iowa State won that battle on both sides of the ball, so they were able to stay on the field, and we had several opportunities. We had an opportunity to get off the field the first third down of the game, and we don't get off the field because we blow a coverage. So that was critical. And then after the first drive, I don't know if we converted another third down, and if we did, it wasn't very many of them. So it was really a big key. 62
yards on that first drive of the game for your offense, 87 the rest of the game. Does it just feel like absolutely nothing would work offensively after that first drive?
Yeah, they did some nice things with starting to pressure more, but we didn't sustain the line of scrimmage well enough up front, and then we can't be in 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9. We need to be in 3rd and 3 and 3rd and 4 to have an opportunity, and that's why we went for it on a couple of 4th downs, just to try to keep our defense off the field, and just wasn't in the cards today. We just didn't make enough plays, and it's the one thing about it is we did talk, nobody can point any fingers, because I didn't think defense played very well. I didn't think offense played very well, and we didn't do enough things on special teams.
Do you immediately begin trying to get the guys to wipe this clean and get this behind them, because you still have things on the table? You can still go 6-3 in the Big 12.
Yeah, absolutely. But I don't want them to forget this feeling. This one needs to sting. And so it's going to hurt for the next 24 hours. And then when we come back in on Monday, and it's not a short week, but it's going to seem like a short week with Thanksgiving, we have to go to work, and we have to continue to improve. We have to get better on both sides of the ball. And I don't know if we're going to get any more guys back this week. I just don't know on that respect. So whoever's available, they've got to step up and realize that they may have to play every snap of the game. If Lord willing, we're able to get through the rest of the week in COVID, we may have the same group.
Thanks, Coach.
Last one here, Michael.
Yeah, Chris, do you have kind of a comparison point to something, a setback of this nature?
Well, anytime you have a loss, it's a setback. I'm not, whether you lose 20-18 or 45-0, it's still a loss. And so there's, like I said, there's no moral victories or anything like that, or silver linings. All you can do is go back to work and continue to try to improve. And that's what we talked about to the guys in the locker room is, we're going to find out about the character and resolve of this team. And I think we have tremendous character within this locker room and tremendous leadership. And we're going to challenge guys. And it's not just the captains. It's not just the seniors. We need to challenge the freshmen and the redshirt freshmen to lead in their class. We played a lot of young kids that hopefully don't like this feeling, and to realize that, you know what, I've got to step up. I've got to do more in the weight room. I've got to do more off the field. Our issues continue to be us holding each other accountable in all phases, not just football, in phases off the field and in the locker room and in the weight room and all those things in the classroom. And that's how championships are built. They're not built by just what you do on the field. You better be accountable to what you do everywhere.
And was the 4-play sequence inside the 5, was that simply a reflection of poor execution that debilitated the team all day?
Yeah, probably. And I don't really know the 4 plays. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but we have a chance. We've got to close drives out, period. We have to. And that was another reason we needed to go for that. We can't keep going down there and getting 3 points. We need to stick it in and get 7. And there was no hesitation by myself, by Mess, anything. We needed to get touchdowns. And We didn't come here to just try to get a few points and see how we can survive. We come here to try to win and score touchdowns. And that first drive could have been critical for us to answer a big drive that they have with our own big drive and tie that thing up at 7. I don't know if things change. Maybe they don't, but it sure changes the morale.
And was Will kind of a hyper focus of their defense once you got in the red zone there?
Probably, but they just did a nice job of, and I know we threw one pass, and I don't know if he was under duress or if we didn't get open. I have no idea. I couldn't see it. It was on the other sideline. But bottom line is we need to be executing better in the red zone and take it on the other side. They have a 3rd and 7 or something, and they throw it to their big kid in the back of the end zone, and we're there. We've got to make those plays. You know, they're able to execute in the red zone, and we did.